Hey Geminis, how y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of January general reading here. Let's talk briefly about your meditation. If anyone is or is not, doesn't really matter, familiar with the game of Tetris, that's basically what I saw. Was basically setting up certain aspects or goals or to-dos, because it felt a lot about to-dos and timing and to-do lists and doing your work early, setting them up in such a way and then putting all of that aside, all of that work, all of those tasks, all of those to-dos aside, so that when the time, and then walking away from it, and then when the time is right, coming back and just kind of moving forward on that with everything having been set in place early. I got this very distinct feeling that by the summertime, by the summer solstice, June, late June or so, is going to be depending on where you are in the world, but, around the time of June, being a very different reality from what it is right now. It feels like right now, it's very Seven of Pentacles in a way, which is really planting those seeds. It feels like it's really planting time for you guys, where you're being given this opportunity and time to kind of go, okay, well, what do I want? And I'm choosing this seed, and I'm choosing this seed, and I'm choosing this crop that I want to grow by this time. And I'm gonna put it all together and line it up, let it sit, walk away, and then come back when it's, ready to harvest, as it were. Summertime feels like you're going to be in a, in most, I feel like in a lot of places, but I regularly speak from my own experience, but over here, around about these parts, summertime is the time when, it's vacation time, right? And so I feel like that's very much the case for you guys. It feels like there's something about right now where you're setting yourself up so that by summertime you can really just take it easy, right? So I saw the beach and beach balls and heard the Beach Boys. It just felt very summer delicious. I also saw the image of a donkey. This was very interesting. The image of a donkey and Italy. And I got this sense of I feel like the Italy part was was actually a scene from the Golden Girls, if anyone's familiar, where Sophia Petrella goes back to Italy and she's riding this donkey very slowly up this hill to get to her, to get to Sicily, is her, home in Sicily. So it just felt like, go with the pace, whatever it is at any given moment. It just feels really important for you guys to do that. Not project yourself ahead or behind, but just be here now, plant those seeds and intentions, and then it's going to be time to just kind of go about, walk away from it, and come back when it's time. Let's get your animal energy. Very interesting, Gemini. The octopus. Oh, look. Okay, I feel like these are both for y'all. Okay. So we got the turtle on the bottom. I was just talking about pacing and timing and walking away and summertime and all of this good stuff. And turtle, by the way, turtle energy also represents Cancerians to me because they are the sign of the home and the hearth and, carry the home in their back and all that jazz. So let's talk about this octopus energy here. Let's talk about this. This makes a lot of sense. Do you see the tentacles and these little, what are these, suction cups or something here? It's very much speaking to me about, like what I said, setting them up like Tetris, setting them up in such a way where everything's in alignment and ready, right? The octopus is about, so there's a light side and a shadow side to every energy and every animal energy, right? The light side of the octopus is it really talks about clairvoyance in such a big way, right? Clairvoyance and a strong heart center, being very sensitive, being able to see, feel, hear, and perceive many different energies simultaneously. But also the key in octopus energy is being able to kind of keep separate yet in order all of the stimuli that comes through, right? Like compartmentalizing them in a way, but not in a negative way, like in a healthy way. So that I'm seeing like file folders is kind of what this feels like with this octopus energy here. It does feel like there's a lot going on here, Gemini. There's also, I'm drawn to all this stuff going on in the crown chakra area. I'm hearing one thing at a time, one foot in front of the other. I feel like you're being cautioned about making decisions on less information than is needed or that you have at the moment, right? You can only do what you can do. Is what I'm hearing, my darling Gemini, right? I'm also drawn to the fact that I was also really seeing that summer energy. This is water energy, right, with this water animal here with the octopus. You know, the shadow side of the octopus is feeling like I'm a little all over the place, right? Let's reel it in and rein it in, right? It just feels like this need to kind of get organized but not overdo it, and kind of only do what you can do at any given time without wishing things were different or being hard on yourself about any kind of productivity or, quote, lack of productivity. There's something in that for you. And the turtle, you know, is all about going at your own pace and water energy here, all about the emotions and the intuition, right? This is very much about taking your time and setting your dominoes up in such a way, right? Where once the time comes for that energy to hit and that first domino to go, that the rest just kind of fall in alignment, right? And the way with which you would prefer, so to speak. Okay. Let's see what's going on, Gemini, for second half of January. Let's see what's going on. Oh my God. Hello, High Priestess. Hello. So we were literally just talking about clairvoyance with the octopus and intuition and emotions and the fifis. You know, I really love this. By the way, personal note, the High Priestess represents Aquarian energy to me. You know, we have the owl here, which is about seeing things very clearly. This is about being in a place of receptivity, people, right? Because her masculine counterpart, the magician, is that masculine energy of doing and getting it done and actively manifesting. This is about acquiring all of the information and downloads and insights before taking action on them, right? Moon cycles as well. Oh my God, that's really funny. I don't know what these are supposed to be back here, but let's just roll with it. Like, do you see these two little like windmill piece looking things? It really is putting me in mind of like a Tetris board a little bit here. Do you see how she's holding the key as well? I'm getting a huge energy around patience here. And look how she's sitting in a garden, right? And fertility and growth cycles, and look at the moon. I'm hearing no cart before the horse, okay? No putting the cart before the horse. I do feel like patience is being tested in a way right now, or, you know, really called for. It just feels super important for you guys. There just seems to be something really important. I keep seeing this filing cabinet, and it just seems very crucial for y'all, or it would be highly beneficial. You guys, you know what I mean. It's always going to be okay one way or the other. It's about choices, but I do feel like you are being cautioned against making decisions before you have all of the information at hand. And I know that it can be uncomfortable. Hey, I'm an Aquarius. I understand this all day, right? I know it can be uncomfortable to be in a space where you feel like you're in the in-between or in the unknown, because the High Priestess also very much represents the unknown. Things that can only be gleaned in the moonlight or via your intuition, right? A dream time I'm getting as well, guys, dream time. But it does feel like a bit of the unknown energy right now, which you know, could also feel a little frustrating, because it's like, well, hey, it's January, we should, you know, it's like, hello, New Year's resolutions, let's get this party going. But this is all going to come to fruition for you, Gemini. It's just about patience. I feel like Spirit is an octopus again, with that spirit energy, the clairvoyant energy, is very much setting things up for you right now. It's just, you don't want to eat that fruit or try to pick it before it's ripe, and that's all. So we have Queen of Wands here, gorgeous fire energy here. Now, I'm really getting this theme of the home here as well, because the Queen of Wands for me is that queen of home and hearth, as well as the turtle, as well as Cancerians are, right, with the carrying the home on their back situation. You know, the Queen of Wands also is super proficient, which is also why she's my favorite queen. Super proficient at knowing when to be active and when to be inactive. Because she understands that being inactive, being in that stillness, there's still an inner movement and stillness to that, right? Inner movement and stillness. I'm hearing that. Inner movement and stillness, right? You know, if you look at a turtle, I just keep going back to this. If you look at a turtle, there are times when it appears that not much is going on. Is it moving? Oh, it's going so slow, right? But really, it's aware of a larger truth, right? That everything really is in divine timing. The turtle understands that from an energetic standpoint, of course, right? But this Queen of Wands, this is knowing when to be active and when to be still, right? Something about that. You got, you know, two feminine energies coming in strong here. I love it for you. 9 lives. Okay, I'm getting a message. It's interesting because this is for the second half of January, but y'all know time is fluid, yada, yada, yada. But there is something about summer into autumn here. Summer into autumn, you're going to have a lot of answers and clarity around things that are unknown right now. Okay, and it's all good. What else is going on? I'm also getting the red string of fate as well. I can't with you. I cannot. I'm also getting the red string of fate. Do you see how like this red string here? Like what's yours is yours. Okay? And it will always be. And I just felt the need to say that. What you are on your path right now. Right? Again, she's sitting amongst all these golden flower gorgiana nests. So it's just about, see how both of these queens are sitting? That's what you're being asked to do right now. You can sit and you can strategize without overextending, right? Putting your tentacles all over the dang place to more, around more information than you have at the moment, right? You got the Magician. We were just talking about this fella, right? I'm kind of loving how this is storyboarding. You know, the Magician, like I already said, is about, you know, that masculine energy of getting it done, manifesting, actively and intentionally manifesting your desired given circumstances, right? So let's just look at how this is storyboarding. This is really fascinating. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. You have the High Priestess, which is that feminine energy about being in a place of receptivity and patience, meditation, dream time, inner movement and stillness. Then we go to the Queen of Wands, also about inner movement and stillness, knowing when to be active and when to be still, and understanding that there is equal value in both states of being. There's this whole thing about, you know, especially over here stateside, there's this whole thing about, not just stateside, but there's this whole belief of like our worth is based on how productive we've been, and productivity falls into the line of how much money you made or how much you got done and yada, 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 yada. What a load of nonsense, if you ask me. And sometimes it can be difficult sometimes, especially if we are still learning that lesson that comparison is the thief of joy, and we're looking around at people around us or whatever have you, or even looking at social media and going, my God, look at how productive they've been. Look at how much they got done. Look at how sure they are. Look at how they're really going down their yellow brick road. So self-assuredly. And I'm over here like chilling in the unknown, waiting to see what happens. Setting up my dominoes, my Tetris system, but I can't really press the activate button yet because I don't have all of the information that I need. I feel like I'm either waiting on myself, my given circumstances, other people, timing, whatever that is, right? Then you have the Magician. If you can conquer these two places, right? Right? And consider this time a gift, my beautiful. By the way, I saw 12, 12, and then I saw 13, 13. Repeating numbers coming at you. If you can conquer and kind of master these two energies of complete reception, then you graduate, or complete receptivity, right? Then you graduate to half receptivity, half movement, right? It's about things to complete action and movement. This is storyboarding really, really nicely, right? Take your time getting to where you're going, because I'm telling you, summer into fall, it's gonna be, your life has the potential to look very different in a great way. Not that it's not great now, but you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about wish fulfillment. Okay, all right, let's get a clarifier for this High Priestess. My favorite lady over here. Beautiful. 5 of Cups. This is so poignant. I absolutely love this. First of all, I love the New York City landscape. Yes. So, you know, we know that traditionally speaking, with this water energy here, traditionally speaking, this is focusing on, you know, what is not working as opposed to what is. The glass is half empty as opposed to half full, right? This is exactly what I was talking about with this High Priestess. It's like, and I want to point something out. See how she's the number 2 key in the deck, number 2, and then you've got 2 full cups behind this lady right here in this fabulous Victorian era style trench coat, right? There's something to that, right? Two aspects of this bridge here. There's something about two, the number two. I do think, again, with this Aquarius energy, February feels very, very important somehow. I feel like in terms of setting up the Tetris a little bit as well. And you know what I mean by the Tetris. You're really just getting everything into place, even if this for you is like a vision board or it's just something you do in your mind where you're like, this is what I want things going forward to look like, whether that's from a work, relationship, whatever standpoint, home standpoint. It's a lot of stuff about home coming up here, right? Patience is key. I'm getting that in such a big way for y'all. And really just turning around and going, oh my God, look at these two fabulous cups, right? Just flip it. Just flip that right on around, right? I'm also getting this particular message around loss, around what you thought your life might have looked like. This might surprise you for this to come up. I feel like it's kind of nostalgic, memories kind of coming up here, but I don't necessarily feel like it's like tears and Strong and whatever have you, but I feel like there's a certain sentimentality or nostalgia around like, wow, looking at where you've been before you kind of flip this script and go towards where you're going, actually. Yeah, I really am getting that these three cups have a lot to do with your past. You know what I mean? People, places, things, aspects, relationships, jobs, money, and going, wow, I'm undergoing an about phase, right? And just taking one moment to just kind of, wave goodbye and be still through that high priestess, right? It's interesting. Okay, Queen of Wands. It's intense, my Gemini. Okay, first of all, we have Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. And I do feel like this is a special message for you as well. It's like, boop, abundance. What to do? Four of Pentacles, folks. I'm sensing a theme. So, again, this is about sitting tight and right and not making any movement one way or the other. Look at that fabulous puffer coat, right? This is about really that ready, set, before the move, right? Ready, set, before the move. Again, back to this, knowing when to be active and when to be still. It's very, very important. You are being called to balance your ability to receive as well as give, okay? I feel like that might have been a little out of balance, and that could be just because, listen, life happens, right? I feel like for some of you guys, you might have had to have been in a position, whether you're an entrepreneur or a boss or a parent or whatever have you, where, a lot of the onus has been on you, whether to support others or your position at work requires a lot of responsibility of you. And now you're kind of being asked to turn around and give a lot of that TLC or attention to other people, places, and things and turn it back on yourself. That's pretty much what I'm feeling here. And again, back to this Four of Pentacles. Look at these two, they're both seated, and I feel like that's a huge point of this. They're both seated, and the color's gold here, right? Even though it may seem on the surface like not much is happening or things are moving at I was going to say snail, but why go there when we have a beautiful turtle right here going at a turtle's pace, that a lot more is going on than meets the eye, okay? For real. Let's get a clarifier for the magician. Oh my God, I just got shivvy me babies. 10 of cup, 10 of cup. Yeah. I told y'all. And by the way, this whole rainbow situation, I was talking about the yellow brick road and all of that Wizard of Oz and blah, 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 all that good stuff. 10 of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. It's happy days. All of that good. Look at this house. And I was talking about this home over and over, right? This is absolutely stunningly beautiful. You just, you're good. All is good, Gemini, right? Just trust the process. Trust where you are. Trust that things are being lined up, right? Even if it doesn't seem, again, like much is happening on the surface, things are really moving and clicking and pumping along, right? Enjoy this time. Enjoy the in-between. This is really stepping in and actively ooh. Do you see this? Oh, and the sun just came out. What is happening? Do you see this? What is that? A spoke, a wheel, And it's really oh, it's not there anymore. But it was really reminding me of the Ace of Pentacles that we had at the bottom of that other deck, which is monetary success, suddenly, and that is depicted by a bull. Oh, wait, was it this one? No, it's gone forever. It's fine. But this is where you're going towards, Gemini, and I'm absolutely loving this for you. Actively manifesting your complete emotional fulfillment and happiness and the life that you desire, right? And why not take the time to get nice and specific about that, right? I'm hearing revision. This might be a good time for revision. What has and has not worked? Is it in my highest and best good to keep doing things the way that I've always done them? Or can I make some edits? You know, I'm getting this image of, I don't know too much about computers, as it were, but there's something, I'm seeing like a system being updated. I feel like your system, your path moving forward is being updated. You're being in a position to download new information. I feel like you're in a place where you can glimpse, you know, pieces of what's coming for you in terms of your highest and best good. Your system, darlings, is being updated, okay? And you can't turn the computer on before that's complete, okay? All right, let's get an oracle from the Geminis. What's up? Oh my God, okay. Rain, purification, along with the rainbow. Is this not pretty much exactly what we're talking about? Look at all this water here, and I'm sorry about the glare, but like the sun, like will not be denied today. The purification, this is an absolute, I'm going back to the Five of Cups as well, an absolute, do you see all the water going on here? I can't with all of this. This is really a releasing. Remember when I said during the in-between, and it's about kind of, okay, we can look at what has and has not worked up into this point. We can look at what we would like to come ahead for us without projecting ourselves one way or the other, because it really feels like the name of the game for y'all right now is being exactly where you are. And you can give thought to these things and set up your Tetris system and make a vision board and think about it, right? But it's not about making any active moves or big decisions at this particular point in time before you glean all the necessary information. The information feels like some of it's intuitive and some of it's not. Some of it feels like it's coming towards you from outside sources that are getting their stuff together or working on their updated system, okay? But again, patience, patience, patience. Your intuition, I just saw 2222. Again with the repeating numbers. Intuition is key. Water, emotions, that is the great lubricant that is going to help you throughout this process of change and transition before you get to this fabulous 10 of Cups, right? Really think about what you want to take forward with you through the rest of this year and what you can leave behind. That's it. I do feel like some of you guys have emotions that are coming up to be released, and I'm hearing, let it flow, let it go. That's what I'm hearing for you guys. You guys got this. And again, with all of this water energy, you know, if you are able to make it to a body of water, spend time there, honey, even the shower, right? Because water is a beautiful conduit for energy and intuitive downloads. Whatever kind of water you can work into your life. And why is this staring at me at the bottom of the deck? We have swan here, and underneath that we have whale. Like I can't with all the water energy happening here. But spending time around water or salt baths, anything of that nature, I think is going to be hugely helpful. I'm also hearing plants, gardening, anything where you can kind of connect back to the earth and touch the soil, and anything of that realm is going to be highly beneficial for you right now. Okay, because your system's being updated, okay? Your system's being updated, and it's really preparing you for this fabulosity of moving ahead and manifesting your complete emotional fulfillment, right? And I do feel like this is work and, you know, relationship related as well, right? I love it for you guys. All right, my darling Geminis, I do also have a feeling that this is going to take however long it takes, and it's going to be different for different people. So again, just patience, pace yourself, and just enjoy getting where you're going. Can you enjoy getting where you're going? That is the question, right? You totally got this, Gemini. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. You know, I just live for reading y'all's comments. And again, just as always, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.